we are
36
required.
hours,
36
no
hours,
sleep.
36
Okay,
hours.
recharge
Alright,
later.
I'm gonna sleep in the studio. Okay.
We are required by our body to rest, especially when we are tired, at least 6 hours of sleep.
6 hours. Got it.
Because
That's for the young ones. 60 and over, we're allowed 4. Okay.
because
Really?
during sleeping, it is the time that our body repairs.
Regenerates.
So there is in the Chinese traditional medicine a discipline that at least at 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning, your body must be completely rested so that your liver can work the chemical regeneration of all the chemicals that your body needs.
This is 10 p.m. at night.
10 p.m. at night.
Till about 2
o'clock
in the morning. Oh, so, pasok na yung 4 hours ko.
Okay. And I
So,
still
very
have to-
important. So, if you don't sleep in that period of time, you still have cellular division. That's the role of our body to repair whatever we consume during the day. It will still repair, but the cells are not
It's
perfect.
not as efficient.
Not as efficient, and you are starting to create bad cells.
But Dr. Joe, what about those on night shift?
Yes,
10 to
that's
2 is just the start of their work day.
That's
Or like
our
with me, with the night shift. I mean, I'm working at night till the wee hours of
That's
the morning.
our worry now, because those people in the graveyard duty, they are now very sick, and we are dedicating our academy. Would like to dedicate our service to those people working in the night shift, so they can regenerate and do something about the unhealthy pattern of their lives. And more importantly, we can offer them a technique to sleep at least 20 minutes within
And
the
feel
period
like
of work,
it's-
and it's equivalent to 8 hours sleep.
Wonderful.
Aren't we cheating our bodies with regard to that? I'm just talking about calculations because we're talking about hours, right? We have to have at least 6 hours of sleep as a yuppie, and at least for the more senior, 4
Do you
hours.
know, Mary Beth,
Yes.
I'm not a psychologist, but as a trainer for 40 years now, the subconscious mind cannot tell what is real and what is imagined, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not tricking, it's actually trying to manage your whole being, because we're light beings. We're half divine, we're half human. That
Okay.
will be what we will cover in just a little while, because I saw the signal that we're going to go into a break.
Well,
in a
at least
while.
we're still going on break because, you know, some camera officers
No,
are-
actually, I think we have to have Dr. Joe again, because we're just starting the tip of the iceberg, so
yes,
to
exactly.
speak. There's so much to discuss and appreciate, and especially for our workforce that's bringing in the dollars in terms of our business processing and call center agents. There is a way to manage your night shifts. As Dr. Joe said, if we can share with you the secret of how to have a work-life balance,
All right.
it's possible.
Actually, before we go to break, I'll pose this question to you. Monette just asked through Facebook, if you're saying, what about vitamins? Are they also considered chemically based? Meaning, do we have to intake food naturally versus just taking
vitamin
vitamins?
pills.
So probably when we come back from break, we could answer that question. So guys, please don't go away. There's more to come when you return to the workplace. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to the workplace. I'm Mary Beth Nave, and of course, with us today is the Dean of Wellness, Dean Hernandez herself, and our special guest, Dr. Maria JOCELINE Bilasano or Dr. Joe. So before we went to break, we had a question by Miss Monette who asked, what about those vitamins? Should we be taking vitamins if we're talking about pills, maybe chemical based? Then what about the process of actually having vitamin pills? So Dr. Joe, what can you say about vitamins? Is it something that we should really be taking, or should we go into natural herbs and
Food.
fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, okay. So vitamins are concentrate form of the food that we eat. But we cannot promise ourselves to eat 1 kilo of vegetable every day. It is baloney. It is hypocrisy.
Too much.
If
It's
we will
too
claim,
much,
oh,
yes.
I eat 1 kilo of fruits and vegetables, I don't need vitamins. So the answer is yes. We can have
We
2
do need.
consecutive months of supplements and break 1 month and another 2
there's
months.
a cycle.
Oh, so what about taking vitamins every day? I mean, that
2 months.
For 2 months,
Then
and
break
then you have
for
to
1 month,
rest.
because you have to train your body to again be in the normal pace of producing those chemicals, because actually they are produced by the body, but we don't feed the body well. So how can the body produce
And with all
them?
the stresses, na
With all the
di-deplete
stress
rin
and
yung
so on.
immune
So
system.
it's positive that we can take supplements.
Well, the wonderful thing about Dr. Joe is I have a daughter. Her name is Hernandez. She's in LA. She's a vegetarian. So I asked Dr. Joe, must I follow my daughter's request to also become vegetarian or raw food? And then she said, what did you say, Dr. Joe?
I told Dean that being vegetarian is not compulsory to everyone. Your body, your blood type will tell you if you will eat whole your life vegetables.
I see.
yeah,
So
depends on the
Dr. Joe's
lifestyle.
spouse says, eat everything in moderation.
Moderation.
So for the carnivores out there, Dr. Joe, my psychic surgeon, said you can take everything and anything in
moderation. Okay, you mentioned that she is also a psychic surgeon. That is quite interesting. What do you mean by psychic surgeon?
Yes, this is the label for so many years of the practice of Filipino healers by addressing the pain in the body, removing what we call a virus in the body by this manual movement. But actually,
This is not hilot, right?
No, this is not hilot.
Hilot is Filipino massage.
So this
therapy.
is a way by which the healers removes the virus in our body. Virus in quotation marks. I'm referring that this body is like computer. Sometimes we receive bad vibrations, bad programs, and so on. So through psychic surgery, we can remove this bad program, just like in the film Tron. It was shown there that they removed the bad program, and the arm of the lady was again regenerated, restored.
Yeah.
It's the same way in psychic surgery. We remove the virus of our body's program, and the body will just heal itself.
And it's bloodless. Ladies and gentlemen, you can search it on the internet, and I will attest, because Dr. Joe has performed psychic surgery on my liver area, because I have had issues with my liver. And liver and gallbladder is where you store your anger, whether it's the universe, parents, incidents in your past life that you can't seem to let go. And this is the reason why 14 years after working for corporate Manila, I still have not gone to the hospital, because as a Reiki student and now Reiki teacher and master, I Reiki myself. So don't think that because we're Reiki masters, we don't suffer any maladies because of the pollution and the stress. I do, but with the guidance of my Reiki master and her psychic surgery, she was able to remove a lot of the viruses in my liver, which is the seat of anger for a lot of people.
Yes, that's actually the focus of psychic surgery, to remove what we call energy mucus in all parts
Phlegm,
of the body.
yeah.
The phlegm of the...
mga issues yan.
Yeah.
It's psychological, emotional issues that are...
It's like when we absorb also negative energy, or when people tend to unload their stress and we tend to absorb it and we tend to feel bad.
Exactly.
That's why
And it
there's
piles
such a
up.
thing as shielding. And Dr. Joe actually has oncology expertise. For me, as a layman, I believe a lot of the cancers and tumors are caused by unreleased worries, angst, anger,
I
frustration.
agree. No, you know why? Because a lot of people, well, there hasn't been an official survey conducted yet, but basically from people I've talked to also in the industry, the higher the profile of the position or the more demanding it is, they tend to have a lot more viruses in a sense, or rather sicknesses or ailments compared to those who are actually enjoying what they do. Then again, it really depends on
I will give you an example. I am a 26-year-old banker in finance. And do you know my classmates in ulcers are the CEOs and SVPs of banks, because we lend money that is not ours. And when it's not paid, we churn and get, the tension eats us up.
Right.
So a lot of bankers suffer from gastric ulcers because we secrete acid because of our tension that we cannot collect the money that belongs to the depositors of the banks.
Exactly. It's really very stressful in the corporate world. And we will again discuss how the workers, employees, and businessmen can manage their energies during the day.
Well, Sister Jo, this is a chance I'd like to open up. Talk to us and our viewers about AUHAI. What is AUHAI?
Yeah, what is AUHAI?
Yes, the AUHAI is the acronym for our academy, to which we've organized this 2003 with other Reiki practitioners and healers. This is the Academy for Holistic Healing Arts. Our mission vision is to help those gifted, Filipinos and foreigners, awaken their healing gifts, and as well help people make use of the healing within themselves.
Awakening the healing within
Yes.
themselves.
All right, let me get this. I just want to clarify, because just for our viewers, is this the same as how people tend to actually be counsel in a way? Certain people, for example, they just want to unload their stress. They want to unload their negative emotion. Is it similar to something like that?
It is part of the program.
Okay.
If a client comes to us, if Ms. Dean's friends are referred to us, we give them a series of treatments. And after this therapies and treatments, they finish a course in what we call energy medicine. That's level 1. Level 1 is self-healing. And if they want to progress, they can help also other people and specialize in distance healing. Ms. Dean here is a specialist in distance healing. And if they want to progress more and share this blessing, they can go to level 3. Ms. Dean is also a level 3 practitioner of energy
you're all around,
medicine.
huh?
So this is
It
a
took
way of
7
life.
years since she first attuned me.
This is a way of life for us to adapt to manage our energies for our work, and as well as members of the family and the workplace as well.
Can you also connote it as to also, is it similar to mind setting? You know how it is when something doesn't go your way or something bad happens, you tend to think of a lot of negative things.
Reiki can work on machines, on calling your taxi, on Dr.
Yeah.
Jo,
Okay.
expound,
So what
please.
happens in
Okay.
Reiki medicine?
Because we're talking about a lot of things, so at least for our viewers to know what we're really talking about, there have been a lot of people who've been asking us how to manage your life, especially in high stressful jobs. And one of the ways is actually not to be dependent on pure medicine, although we're not saying don't take your medication, we're not saying that.
Complementary medicine is complementary to
Exactly.
Western allopathic
And I
medicine.
think also especially for my age group and those people joining the workforce or have been there for 5-10 years, there's an alternative medicine which we are talking about right now that would help balance you in a high stressful job, or if you're feeling really stressed, what exactly should you do? And I think Dr. Jo here, who's been doing this or in practice for how many years?
15
already?
years.
15 years already. Now you're introducing our audience to the practice of Reiki and
which is
AUHAI.
universal energy,
Okay.
which is energy medicine. Energy medicine, ladies and gentlemen, is a recognized branch of the National Institute of Health in the US and here also in the Philippines.
Yes. We
Then,
have,
what is the difference between Reiki and AUHAI? AUHAI is Hebrew for...
AUHAI is the acronym
AUHAI.
for our academy
Oh,
that
yeah.
teaches energy medicine. Now, in the energy medicine, learning, this is a way of life actually, you are attuned. Your body is attuned to the flow of divine energy. We call it the attunement. We have what we call in Indian term chakras in the different positions of the body, and I consider these chakras as our antenna. So what we do in the Reiki lesson, we awaken this antenna to be able for the body to connect to the different consciousness or different levels